Let's learn how to play San Quentin. This is going to be a mix between the 1969 Live at San Quentin version and the 1972 Live at the Beat Club version. Like usual, throughout the video I'm going to be playing the tab, reading it and playing it, and at the end of the video you're going to see this tab that I'm reading. It's one that I created and hopefully it's easy to understand. Below the title it says red notes indicate the Bob Wooten picking style, because there's these few parts throughout the song where you do the picking style. You can either play it muted, you can play it open, it doesn't matter. And lastly, below that it says color corresponds to what chords to strum, but in this case there's only one chord and it's at the very end at the outro. And for this one note, what's different is throughout most of my tabs I would say you hit a note, like if you're going to strum, you hit the note first, then you strum the chord. But for this last one, what you're actually going to do, you're just going to strum over that. So instead of hitting the note and then strumming, it's just going to be a strum. That's the only difference. We're going to learn the intro, the solo, and the outro. So starting with the intro, it's on an open E, open A, 2 more times, 2nd fret, open, 2, 4. Then we do the Bob Wooten style, open E, 2 times on the D string, 2nd fret, open A, 2nd fret on the D string. Open E string twice, open A, 2 more times, 2nd fret, 4, 2, open. And then you go into the song. Now the solo starts out exactly the same. And then from there you're hitting the open A string. So you walk down, you hit the open A. Then the 2nd fret of the D string twice. We're playing the Bob Wooten style. Open E. 2nd fret of the D string. Open A. Hit it again. 2, 4. And then 5 times on the D string, open. You want to put a little swing into that. Then 4, 2, open. Then 4th fret on the A string. And then you're going to the Bob Wooten style again, open E, 2nd fret of the D string twice, open A, 2nd fret of the D string. And then you finish the solo like you finished the intro. So open E string twice, open A, 2 more times, 2nd fret, 4, 2, open. So one thing to note, at the start of the solo, you hit the open E string twice, but at the start of the intro, you only hit it once. So the entire solo goes like this. And the outro is very easy. It's just 4-2 open on the A string, open E, and then strumming over an A chord. And that note is a pink note. It says earlier in the tab, the A chord is pink, and this last note is pink, so all you do is strum. So the intro, the solo, and the outro go like this. And that's how you play San Quentin. There's many different ways you could play the intro and the solo, like you can mute certain notes so it would sound something like this. You could do it any way that you want. This is just a very basic version to get you started. Both versions of this song had the amp cranked or there was distortion used. Regardless though, the sound was distorted. There's many options to get that distortion sound. You can invest in a distortion pedal, you can invest in an attenuator, which is basically an extra speaker volume. So you would plug your guitar into the attenuator, you'd plug the attenuator into the amp, you crank the amp, turn the attenuator down, and you get a distorted sound. I think that's how it works. Or you could also just crank the amp, but that is not okay on your ears, so I highly recommend not doing that if you're in a tiny room. Regardless though, have fun with this, practice, and I'll see you in the next one.